What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And this morning, for our 30 and unders, are those millennials? I don't know. I'm 30 and over now, so I can't be a part of that group anymore. But pay close attention because this 24-year-old marketer exploded in the first 2 months. Shannon, how'd you do it?
Oh, a TikTok.
Welcome to the show, all the way from New Jersey, right?
Actually, New York right now.
Okay,
Close enough.
okay, okay. So you're from New Jersey, though?
Yes, I'm from New Jersey. Actually, after I started affiliate marketing, I was making enough money that I was able to move to New York and get a nice apartment here. So now I am settled
Nice.
up in the city.
So you wanted to get out of Jersey?
Yes. So I actually
What part of Jersey? My wife's from Jersey. That's why I'm asking.
down the shore. So like Central Jersey. I know they say Central doesn't exist, but Central Jersey.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
My wife is from where the hell is she from? I'm having a brain fart right now. Anyway, she's from Jersey. So you wanted to go to New York, right?
Yeah, because I went to college in San Diego, so I was out there for 5 years. And then once COVID hit, I decided to come home, kind of wait out the pandemic. Didn't want to pay those San Diego rent prices.
Mm.
And then I was kind of itching to just get out of Jersey again. So New York seemed like a good option. So here I am.
So instead, go and pay those New York rent prices, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which have always been high. I mean, honestly, they've always been.
Yeah, no, they've always been high, and San Diego is pretty high too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like too much of a shock. Like I feel like if I went from paying rent like somewhere in the Midwest, and then I'm moving to New York and I'm like seeing these
Did
crazy
you
prices.
consider Indiana? I mean, I heard that's hot. No,
That's
when
the
you're
top of my
making
list.
money in your business, you know what? You can afford that rent, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
congratulations on living your dreams there in New York. One of
Yeah.
my favorite cities in the world.
Mhm.
Seriously, I love New York. So what were you doing before you found Legendary, and how did you find us?
So I'll kind of rewind. So when the pandemic first hit, I'm a personal trainer, so I was
Let's go.
training
Hey,
in.
just let's stay away from that word, the big C word, all that,
Oh
because
yeah,
the Facebook,
yeah,
they're listening, and then they
gotcha.
they put warnings up. They think we're talking about
Yeah. Okay.
trying to get people to not take the V and all this
Okay.
stuff. And
Yeah. Okay. So when all of this,
before the big thing, the
yeah,
big elephant in the middle of the room happened.
yeah. So before all of this started, I was in San Diego. I was personal training out of a gym. Then obviously that shut down. Couldn't do in-person training anymore. So my goal has always been since I graduated college to have an online business. I wanted to have freedom. I wanted to be able to work remote, set my own hours. So I was like, this is a perfect time. Let me build an online fitness business. So I worked with three different business coaches. I spent about a little over a year and a half trying to build that. And at the end of the day, it just was not what I had expected. So I thought I was going to have freedom. I thought it was going to be like a walk in the park, like, but I was glued to my phone and laptop for like 10 hours every day, constantly chasing clients, doing my lead gen, my marketing, my content creation, my sales, like
Mm,
everything.
right.
Um, and so finally in June, I was just so burnt out. I was like, this is not what I expected. This is also kind of making me hate personal training, which I love. So I think I need to take a step back from it. So
Mm,
that was in June. And I knew that I wanted to move to the city, but I had no income at that point. But I was like, I know I'm going to move no matter what.
mm.
So, like, that's already decided. I just have to
Even
figure
if I'm
out.
homeless.
Yeah. So I was just like, I just have to figure out how I'm gonna be able to do it. So I was on TikTok one day and I followed another girl who was in Legendary Marketer, and I kept seeing her stuff and seeing her stuff and seeing her stuff. And at that point, I was like, I guess I have nothing to lose. Like I keep seeing all these people talking about affiliate marketing. I know I
I'm
want to
about to be
move.
homeless in New York. I
Yeah,
might as well
yeah.
spend my last $7 on this thing.
Exactly. I was like, I have nothing left to lose at this point. Like, I know that I want to be able to work remote. I want to be able to work for a few hours a day, have my business kind of run itself. And that's kind of what it seems like this business model was all about. So I signed on to the 15-day challenge. Loved that. I loved kind of like the, like I said, the business model of all of this. And my business advisor, Grant, was amazing and super helpful with everything.
Mm,
So I
Grant's
ended
awesome.
up signing onto the blueprints. And from there, everything has just like taken off and been steadily like increasing over the last, I started at the end of July, so it's about 5 months.
Wow. So you're crushing it now and you're not homeless in New York?
Yeah, not homeless in New York, crushing it
Nice.
now. So I would say that I've had really, really good success with the whole program.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
fantastic. Congratulations. So this is there's a lot of lessons I think in what you just said, just to kind of
Mhm.
tease apart for people. But the first one is that whenever you're going to start a business, it's very it can be very misleading because you think that you're just going to walk in and be the boss, and you're just going to have passive income. You're going to have freedom. Oh, I'm going to, not work for anybody anymore. I'm going to be able to call the shots. But you only eat what you hunt and kill, right? I mean,
Mhm.
not to be morbid, but that you literally are in charge of feeding yourself. So now you don't have leads being fed to you. Now you don't have customer service being taken care of for you. Now you
Yeah.
don't have all these other things that maybe you had previously in your job, and that we also have in affiliate marketing. And I'll get to that here in a second. But whenever you're running an agency or whenever you're running a business that even if full transparency, if you're creating your own course, your own coaching program, or your own event, which in a sense you were kind of running your own coaching program,
Mhm.
um, you're in charge of all the facets of the business, right? Whereas, and that's what you were talking about. I
Yeah.
had to get clients, and now I have to actually, I've got clients. Yay, I've got clients, but now I got to serve those clients. So now I have no more time to go get clients, and it becomes this sort of, you become, it's really easy to get overwhelmed,
Yeah,
right?
100%. And I think another thing going off of that, that I learned with that, that helped me be successful with this is when I first started. So I had gone through three different business coaching programs with like fitness business coaches specifically. And I think obviously online and these days, everybody likes to glamorize everything. Same thing with affiliate marketing. It's like, make $10,000 a month in passive income. With the fitness business, it's like same thing, make XYZ, and they make it seem like it's a walk in the park. It's so easy, and it's
Yeah.
not. So I think that learning that from that experience and bringing that into this and really kind of knowing I need to show up, I need to put in the work every day, and I need to learn and grow helped me immensely because I was like, I know that it's possible what I can be doing. But I know it from experience, it's not going to happen unless you actually put in the time and work and effort.
Yeah. Yeah, marketers are going to sell unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so because if even if you, let's say you turned around and were selling make money online training products, legendary,
Mhm.
whatever it is, if you went out and said, "Hey, you know what? This is going to require more commitment than anything you've ever done. This is going to
Yeah.
require, this is going to require you to, stay home on Fridays, but some nights this is going to require you to, fork over, some serious time and money if you're committed and you want to do this." Like,
Mhm.
that's not a sexy sales message.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and that's the same with everything. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like that's the same with everything. Marketing is selling the best case scenario,
Mhm.
and then giving the disclosure. You know how with the medications that they on the commercials on TV, it's like you see the people running through a field of flowers, and then they're like, "This also could kill you. You could
Yeah.
have permanent 15,000 heart attacks in the next hour." So it's selling the unrealistic. It's selling the best case scenario,
Yeah.
and I think what I've tried to do over the years is I've tried to bring I've tried to find some middle ground in
Hmm.
still marketing with hype and excitement, not hype like the way you would think of hype. I mean passion,
Yeah.
but marketing. I think I think the way to bring it to the center is to be more authentic and more transparent. And for us, we've been able to just showcase a bunch of success stories, like having actually interviewing our
Mhm.
clients. That's been the way that I think we've been able to say, hey, look, we don't really need to use hype because just talk to our students, talk to our clients.
Yeah.
But what I was getting to was the fact that affiliate marketing, I think, is the only business model that allows you to really have a singular focus, which is marketing, and not
Mhm.
have to worry about all the other facets of the business, all the customer service, all the product creation. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
So at least there's that, right? At least
Mhm.
your only focus right now, starting out as affiliate marketing. And if you want to go to coaches, courses, events in the future, I have confidence you can do that. But I feel like it gives you a little bit more breathing room to only have to focus on one facet of the business, which is the marketing. And if you never want to leave that, you don't have to. And it's not, you don't have to worry about all, like if you want to spend 10 hours a day marketing, that's great, but usually you don't have to, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely. And I feel like myself as a marketer, because when I first started, I had no idea how to market. Like I had a little bit of knowledge from my previous business, but still I wasn't good at it. So I think having that kind of one singular focus has like helped me so much to become a better marketer, which can be applied to other things than obviously just affiliate marketing. So I feel like that has been great.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So what were some of the light bulb moments as you were going through the training? I mean, what are some of the things that were aha moments for you?
I think so. When I first started affiliate marketing, honestly, I had really no idea what it was. So I think just learning about how basically every company has an affiliate program. So you can promote basically any products that you want at the end of the day. Like most people have an affiliate
Yeah.
program, which is super cool. I also think it's awesome how you can promote multiple programs at once. So you have like no limit on it. And then I think the biggest thing for me, as I previously mentioned, going through the trainings, was learning how much power TikTok has, and how much you can leverage that to be
Hmm.
successful in 2021.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. And there'll be something else that comes along that's more powerful than this, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, before it was Instagram, before it was Facebook, before it was LinkedIn, and then all the marketers kind of come in and, you know, just absolutely, the one of the things I agree with Gary Vee is that marketers screw everything up, because we just, we just we take over it like vultures on a dead carcass. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's unbelievable. But TikTok, they're figuring out how to have staying power there, and it's just as powerful today as it was a couple of years ago, which is means that, you know, and it's the easiest platform that I've ever seen that somebody could get on and start marketing with.
Yeah.
But there will be something else that comes along that's just as easy, that's just or more powerful. But since TikTok is here, what are some of the things that have worked for you? What are some of the things that, you could bullet point to say, hey, these are strategies, or these are things not to do, or whatever, that you could kind of summarize in a couple of bullet points for us?
Yeah, definitely. So I think the thing that has helped me the most on TikTok is seeing what is viral and what the trends are and hopping on that. So I personally follow a lot of accounts of people who like specifically hunt for the trends. They'll say this is on the come up this week, like use this sound and apply it
Mm,
in this way. Or just scrolling down my TikTok feed, I'm always looking for different sounds and seeing how I can apply that to my business. So I think
mm,
that probably figuring out viral trends and viral sounds has been the biggest game changer for me, because I'll spend like 2 minutes on a video with a viral sound, not thinking it's going to do anything and it's going to have a billion views. and then I spend like
Mm.
half an hour on a video and it gets like 10 views. So
Yeah.
also though, going off of that, views aren't important. It's more important to be consistency than focus on to be consistent than focus on the amount of views that each video is getting. But I think for me, like I said, using viral sounds, trends, and videos has been the biggest thing for me that's helped.
And with these, you're not just like, how are you using the viral sounds and trends? Are you integrating that into your topic? So
Yeah.
you're not just using them in dancing or doing something that's just kind of funny and hoping that goes viral.
Yeah.
You're integrating that particular trend, which the trend
Mhm.
might mean like a specific movement, right? Or a specific give us some more specifics so we can have some context.
So for like viral sounds, for example, a lot of them will play music, or it'll play like two like sequences of music, and during one, like you say something that you're happy about, and then during the next one you say something that like sits in the back of your mind that ruins it. Like that's just an example, but so I would find something like that, and I would see how I can apply it to my business.
Mm. Yeah, so you could apply it to your topic, right?
Yeah, so I can apply
What
it to
you're
whatever topic that I'm talking about. So that way, because there's no point in getting a viral video if it's not going to be helping your business at the end of the day. So if I post one with just like dancing to a viral trend, like that's not helping me. That's also attracting the wrong audience that I want.
mm,
So I always try to apply everything to whatever topic that I'm talking about. Or if it's a sound and I don't really know how to apply it to something like business related, I'll just like make a post talking about something, because my niche is how to make money online. So I'll make a post talking about something in my niche, and then I'll just have that music like playing in the background.
mm. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, sounds, it's interesting. It's interesting how just using sounds, trendy sounds
Mhm.
and so forth. I think I talked about this at the mastermind, that your and I kind of drew the chart out, kind of like it's like an L, and like the higher, like say creativity is over here, and
Mhm.
then your income is down here, and it's like one of those charts like you'd see like with a stock market or whatever, Bitcoin or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's like the higher your income goes based on your creativity. So like your
Mhm.
creativity, if your creativity is over here, your income, if your creativity sucks, and like you and it's just your income will always flatline and stay low. So
Mhm.
like with a lot of this stuff, it's really about finding how can I integrate these trends and these songs into my topic, and how can
Mhm.
I even put my own little spin on it. I'll never forget, Ian, who's a part of our community's crushing it lately, had a video that had some ungodly amount of millions of views. He used a great hook. He was talking about Apple jobs that were hiring for $18 an hour or something, but he started the
Mhm.
video off with an apple on his finger, and it just, he drilled a little hole in the apple or whatever, and
Yeah.
and then he just threw it, and it was really cool.
Uh-huh.
And that those creative little pieces catch somebody's attention and get them to pay attention. So you know, there's a lot of guys and gals, particularly in fitness, who show off their bodies to get
Mhm.
people's attention. But since you're in make money online and that's not the attention that you're particularly looking to get, you're also having to be creative,
Mhm.
with how you use trends, how you create content. What would you either add to that? But I also wonder, what would you say to yourself, or do differently, based on what you know now when you started?
I think based on what I know now versus what I started, I think one big thing that I've learned is the TikTok gods are hard to please. So they like to like flag you for any and everything. So I think that I've learned a lot about like certain words that you want to avoid, or certain text that you want to avoid putting on the screen. Because sometimes like the algorithm is just so crazy. And so sometimes my videos get flagged for no reason, or I'll repost an old video, and that gets flagged and taken down when the original one didn't. So I think it's been a learning curve of learning how to keep TikTok happy. So that was a big thing. Also, I think in the beginning, I didn't really know about like the virality factor and trying to, like I said, use those sounds and trends to get everything going. So I think if I was to start from square one again, I would be more cognizant of the words that I use, hashtags that I use, everything like that. So that way I'm not getting flagged and like not allowed to post for a few days. And then I think that's the biggest thing, because I think from day one I've been pretty consistent on it, posting 3 to 5 times a day,
Yeah.
and using the relevant hashtags, which is always good. So I think the biggest thing, like I said, is just keeping TikTok happy, staying on a good page with them.
So, do you have a backup account going, or do you have multiple channels going right now? And are you also downloading the videos that you're posting onto your own phone or devices?
Yeah, so I always download my videos. I have them just auto save to my phone, and then I'll go in Snaptic so I can take off the watermarks. So that way I can repost them on Instagram.
Gotcha.
Because on Instagram, I'm really lazy with my account. All I do is repost my reels. I don't post any like still pictures.
Right.
So I always have them saved. I actually just made a backup account like a week ago. So I was like,
Mm.
I think it would be good to just start reposting on there just to have it, just in case, because like TikTok is so hit or miss. Don't want to
Yeah.
just take my account down one day. um,
Yeah.
so I just made a backup one just to be safe, but I'm still posting on my main one.
Do you have different perspective now about how you could be more leveraged in the fitness niche now that you've gone through our training and are kind of, marketing the way that you are now versus the one-on-one kind of serving clients, doing personal training, maybe virtually or whatever? Do you see how you could go into any niche that you wanted to, especially one that you were passionate about, like fitness, differently and with more leverage, meaning that doing things one to many versus one on one versus how you saw things before?
Yeah, definitely. I think that I have a whole new perspective on good marketing. And that was one of the biggest, like, I should have mentioned that aha moments when I first started, was going through all of the marketing trainings that you guys have compared to my previous business coaches and what I learned through them. I was like, I feel like I have been just like duped for the last year and a half. Like all of the marketing advice that I've given, obviously was not successful since my business didn't do too great. But going through the program and learning your guys' marketing advice, I was like, I wish I would have known this a year and a half ago, because then my fitness business probably would have been thriving. So
Hmm.
I think that I have definitely learned how to go into any niche that I want, how to really attract the right clients that I want. And also another big thing going hand in hand with that is content creation for your niche and for your target audience, which I think that I have a way better idea of how to do now.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it really nowadays on social media is even more so about edutainment than ever before, like especially on the front end, like on TikTok,
Yeah.
like going into long spiels or pitching your products, or I see people on Facebook who are pitching their fitness services,
Mm-hmm.
and it just comes across as pitchy and salesy when you really have to suck people into your world. And the way that you do that is edutainment. The education that you are doing has to be done in an entertaining way. The way that we luckily are able to do that on TikTok is with a lot of these trends and sounds, and we can point,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot easier than, you don't even have to be a copywriter. Like you don't even have to be able to do long form video like we once had to do on when we had YouTube only as a video platform service. So you know, yeah, like you can be in the fitness niche and never even talk to a single client because you're just creating edutainment content on, say, TikTok or on, say, Instagram, and then pointing people to different affiliate offers, maybe dropping your own ebook or something, maybe
Mm-hmm.
doing a webinar that you sell and you do once or twice a month that you sell for 37 or $99 a month, and you give people one of your secret strategies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the one-on-one model, is powerful as it can be in kind of areas like therapy or like psychiatry, or certainly
Mhm.
like um or like if you're getting your body operated on in some way, shape, or form, you need to physically be there and you need to be one on one with somebody. But I mean, even telemedicine is going towards digital, and
Mhm.
even workouts nowadays are going. Get on when I get on my Peloton, and I'm watching I'm watching one person doing the exercise, leading the class, to many live people, and then there's tons of people like me who usually are catching the replay. Like, the
Mhm.
game has just officially changed in so many niches, and a lot of people have not yet caught up.
Yeah, definitely. And I think going off of something else that you said, that really struck me as well, is the whole edutainment kind of factor of it. With my previous marketing, it was all just education, education, education. Because it was so difficult to, in the way that it was explained to me, I guess, it was very difficult to grasp the concept of how to entertain and educate. So with your program, I feel like everything was just laid out so easily. Like, it was just so easy to understand from day one. So the whole edutainment kind of factor, I think that that has been the biggest kind of game changer for me, finding the balance between both entertainment and education. I think that is another thing that has helped me completely skyrocket, instead of just all focusing on these are the facts, this is what I want you to learn, X, Y,
Right.
Z. Yeah, keeping it fun, because nobody likes to be thrown facts all day. Nobody likes to be like educated all day long. So I think
Yeah.
that whole factor, and how easy you make it to understand and apply, was like one of the biggest game changers.
If they want to be educated, they'll raise their hand and say,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I want your education, like, and I'm willing to pay for it." But ultimately, the reason why they're on any social media platform is to be entertained.
Yeah.
So that has to be the number one thing. And one of the great pieces of feedback that, like, Sarah Ravel got this weekend from Brian Brewer at our mastermind was is that as Brian was watching her original account, that's why I asked if you had a backup account too, because she
Mhm.
lost a big account. um, he said it felt like a soap opera. And like, the more that you make your content and your journey feel like a soap opera, meaning that you add an element, you tell the story. You can control the story, or it can be your personal life. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be your personal life. Like, you can create the narrative, like you can write the script of
Mhm.
whatever you show on social media. Because well, that's what people have been doing with sitcoms and movies and shows forever, right? It's only recently that reality TV became popular, and even that, is a bit scripted. So all of that is there for entertainment on the front end, and then monetize on the back end. Look
Mhm.
at the other, I think it's Kaylee Jenner or whatever, that has the $1 billion makeup brand on the
Mhm.
back end. Like, she's never pitching makeup. She's never pitched makeup. She's
Yeah.
only entertained, and she's only been, whatever, but she's never, it's that her channel's never been about makeup.
Mhm.
It's just that she sucked people in with her content, and then she just, oh, happens, here's the makeup that I use. And like, that's how she's built a $1 billion company. So
Yeah.
I think really understanding that how there's many different ways to entertain. It doesn't have to just be dancing on video. It can
Yeah.
be with the journey, it can be with your story, it can be
Mhm.
with where you're going. Like,
Yeah.
those are all part of the soap opera, part of the show, that
Mhm.
people come back and tune into, to kind of to follow your journey, if you will.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. And I think going off of that, something I can relate to my fitness business and this is like, people want the life that you're living, like the lifestyle that you're living. It's not so much about how much money you can make. It's about having freedom. It's about being able to go on vacation and not have to request PTO. It's about being able to be in control of your own income, honestly. So people aren't so much interested in what you do, but they're interested in how they can get to have like that freedom and that life experience as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. They're not interested in the how.
Yeah.
You know, they're interested in the what and the why,
Yeah.
right? And the who. And the who.
Mhm.
There's a great book by a guy named Who Not How. He owns Strategic Coach. It's kind of a coach for CEOs and executives and business owners. His name's Dan. I forget his last name, but the concept is, who do you need in your life? Who do you need in your business to help you get to where you want to go? Not how.
Mhm.
Right? And it's not a I need to figure out and learn a skill. It's not I need to figure it all out myself. It's who do I need to hire? Who do I need to either hire as a coach, or who do I need to hire as a person in my business? And in this case, from a onlooker to a marketer or somebody who's on social media, it's way more the who you are, who you are in your life, in and like what you're doing and how you deliver the content, versus like they woke up and said, oh, I need to learn affiliate they don't give a shit. If you would tell them, if they like you and you were like, look, I'm going to show you the easiest way to make $1 million a year, is all you need is a hot dog stand, and I'm going to show you how to just post it up on the corner downtown. It's only going to cost you a couple of $1,000s to buy, and I'm telling you, you are going to live the happiest life and make $1 million. People would be starting hot dog businesses all over. The how doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the who, and how the who delivers the content to, and how the who delivers the lifestyle. You're so right about that. That's
Mhm.
like that's a very big boulder ass golden nugget that you
Mhm.
just dropped right there, because nobody cares about your business model. Nobody
Yeah.
cares about all the details of your drop shipping or affiliate marketing or Amazon. Like, people are willing to do anything if they trust you and if
Yeah.
it seems like you have what they want.
Yeah. Definitely. And I think going off of that as well, something that I usually do for people on my TikTok, is to build that like no like trust factor. I'll always say in my videos, or I'll comment back to people and say, message me on my Instagram if you want any help with it. So I feel like all day long I have conversations with people on my Instagram asking me questions, asking me about my experience. So I feel like that's what I leverage to build that know, like, and trust factor. And it's done really well for me because a lot of people are skeptical about things. So
Sure.
just having a one-on-one conversation with them, letting them know that I'm like a real person,
Yeah.
really has helped me.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you for your time today, Shannon. Like, it's been very enlightening to talk to you. And I think, even though I started it off talking about, 30 and unders, like, there's nuggets that all ages can take from you. And it's just is such a great example that no matter who I am, no matter how old I am, no matter where I come from, I can learn from anybody. And if I want to be successful in this business, I got to humble myself and be open for wherever the nuggets are going to come from. And you dropped a lot today. So thanks for your time. Keep up the great work. Stay legendary. And if you will, come back and keep us posted here in a couple of months.
Definitely. Thank you for having me on. I'm glad that I could drop some little nuggets of wisdom. I know everybody on here always helps me out tons with all their advice. So I'm happy to give back as well.
Yeah. Cool. Stay cool. Stay legendary. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Okay. Bye.
See
Have a
ya.
good one.
Bye. See ya. All right. You can go and follow Shannon on TikTok and Instagram at Hustle with Shan. That's HustlewithShan. Hustle with Shan. And clearly, hearing her talk about what she does and seeing what she does will probably put together a perfect picture to explain it even more. And clearly, she is somebody who is awesome and totally deserves to be lifted up and supported. How do we support each other? Well, we like each other's stuff, we comment on each other's stuff. You know what I mean? Like, drop somebody a comment. You know what I mean? Even don't be a ghost out there. Like, support fellow members of this community just by trying to make them look better out there on the internet. You know what I mean? Giving them some support. Don't just DM them, don't just PM them. You know what I mean? Like, go and leave a public comment on their stuff. Like, that helps. That's a game changer. Like, that's a commitment that I'd like everybody to make who's listening and watching right now. And I'm going to be pushing this even more and more and more, because everybody goes and they follow people and they're like, oh, what's their handle? Like, I want to go and stalk their stuff and all this. No, go and support their stuff. Go and publicly let them know, not even just on the show. We love the comments and the feedback. I try to read as many as I can, but go and support the actual person by leaving them a public comment, letting them know how awesome they are. And she's certainly worthy and deserving of that. So get out of here, my friends. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode of Wake Up Legendary. Get out of here. Stay, be great, be legendary. And we'll talk to you later. Peace.